You know, every once in a generation, a new technology comes along that doesn't just tweak things, it completely redraws the wealth map of the entire world. And guess what? We are living through one of those moments right now. What's happening with AI, it isn't just another tech trend, no? This is a fundamental shift, and we're going to break down exactly what that means for you.
I mean, think about it. The printing press, electricity, the internet. Each one of these created a total tidal wave of new opportunities. And yeah, new fortunes. And here's the thing. The data we're seeing from economists at places like McKinsey, Goldman Sachs, the World Economic Forum, it all points to the exact same conclusion. Artificial intelligence is the next massive revolution on that timeline, and it might just be the biggest one yet.
So, that brings us to the core question, right? The one we're really digging into today. Who gets rich this time? Because let me tell you, the old rules, they might not apply anymore. All right, first up, a new wealth map. We have to understand how this thing is being drawn. And just to be clear, this isn't just a repeat of the dot-com boom. Nope, the underlying economics are shifting in a way we have literally never seen before. Okay, so the common fear, the thing you hear everywhere, is mass replacement by robots, right? But the data, it tells a much, much more interesting story. This whole revolution isn't really about replacing people, it's about empowering them. For the very first time in history, individuals can get their hands on the kind of leverage. I'm talking about the sheer power to produce stuff that used to be reserved for massive corporations. Okay, so just how big is this opportunity? Let's talk numbers. This is our second point, the $22 trillion engine. We are not talking about a small boom here. We're talking about an economic engine on a scale we've just never seen. And this slide just illustrates the collapse of the old barriers perfectly. I mean, think about the old way. Building a business meant raising a ton of capital, hiring a whole team, buying crazy expensive software. But the new way? AI gives one person the power of an entire department. We're talking automation, coding, design, analytics, all for next to nothing. And this massive shift is fueling an unbelievable economic boom. A comprehensive analysis by McKinsey forecasts that AI could add up to $22 trillion to the global GDP by 2030. To put that in perspective, that is more than the entire current GDP of China. And that money, it doesn't just appear out of thin air. It's going to be captured by the people who create new value using these tools. So, this is the crucial point. Goldman Sachs has a great term for it, individual scale leverage. And what that means is that one person, armed with the right AI tools, can now pump out the work of a team of 10, 20, maybe even 50 people. And that massive multiplication of your output, that is the very definition of wealth creation. Okay, so this all sounds amazing in theory, but where's the actual proof, right? Well, let's look at the productivity revolution, because the hard data shows an absolute explosion in productivity that is happening as we speak. And this isn't just my opinion. We've got research from top-tier institutions like MIT and Harvard making it crystal clear. We are not talking about small 5% efficiency gains here. No, this is a historic industrial revolution-level leap in how fast we can get stuff done. I mean, just look at the difference here. On the one hand, you've got standard worker output. Then you take that same worker and you equip them with AI. The jump, it's not just an improvement. It is transformative. This is that multiplier effect we were just talking about, right here in a bar chart. And the specific numbers are absolutely mind-blowing. We're talking customer support agents working 60% faster, analysts improving the quality of their work by 40%, writers producing content 10 times faster, and engineers debugging code 2 to 3 times faster. Look, in every single economic shift in history, the people who learned the new tools are the ones who thrived. This time is no different. It's just happening way, way faster. Okay, so that's the why. Now let's get into the where. Our next section, 5 AI gold mines. Based on what we're seeing in the market right now, these are the 5 specific areas where this new wealth is actually being generated. So let's break down these 5 exploding categories one by one. And you'll notice a common thread here. It isn't just about the cool tech itself. It's about solving very specific, very expensive business problems with solutions that are suddenly incredibly cheap and scalable. First up, AI automation providers. Look, every single business on the planet wants to automate repetitive tasks. So imagine a small online store. Instead of hiring someone to answer customer service emails all day, you build them an AI that handles 90% of the questions instantly. People are selling that exact service right now with no coding needed, and businesses are happily paying a premium for it.
Number 2, AI-enhanced content creators. Okay, picture a YouTuber who used to spend 20 hours editing just one video. Now, AI can create a rough cut, generate all the subtitles, and even suggest viral titles in a matter of minutes. So they're not just faster, their whole creative ceiling is higher. They can produce better work at scale. And in the creator economy, as we all know, value always attracts money. Third, we've got the rise of micro SaaS and AI tools. Imagine building a super niche tool, let's say for real estate agents, that uses AI to write incredible property descriptions. In the past, that's a 6-month project with a team of developers. Now, a single person can build that over a weekend and sell it for a monthly subscription. That's a direct path to long-term recurring revenue. Number 4 is huge: AI consulting and integration. The World Economic Forum estimates that over 60% of small businesses are going to need AI by 2030. But here's the kicker: most owners have absolutely no idea where to even start. So a consultant can walk into, say, a local bakery, set up an AI-powered inventory system that cuts food waste by 30%, and charge a $5,000 fee for the project. You're selling expertise, and trust me, the demand is absolutely exploding. And finally, number 5, personal AI agents. I want you to think about an AI sales rep, one that can have thousands of personalized email conversations at the exact same time, qualifying leads 24/7. It never sleeps, it never quits, and it costs a tiny fraction of a human team. The people who can build and integrate these kinds of agents are creating an absolutely enormous amount of value and efficiency for businesses. All right, this brings us to our final and maybe most critical section. It's called the Great Divide. Because all of this opportunity, it really presents each of us with a personal choice. And it's a choice that's going to create a massive divide. The key concept you have to understand is that AI is a wealth multiplier. Okay, it doesn't print money out of thin air, but for the person who really masters it, it lets them create value and, by extension, income at a massively accelerated rate. We're talking about compressing years of work into months or months of work into days. And this chart really shows the stark reality of that choice. And it's backed by Goldman Sachs' own forecast. You've got 2 groups. The adopters, the people who integrate AI, are projected to see significant income growth over the next decade. But the resistors, they may actually see their real income decline. This is the AI income gap, and it is opening up as we speak. I mean, really stop and think about what this means. We are living in a moment where your ability to use the right tools, your tool literacy, could be more important to your financial future than your college degree or your resume. The playing field is being leveled for some people, while a massive, massive gap is opening up for others. So look, the data is clear. The historical parallels are just undeniable. A new wealth map is being drawn right now, faster than ever before in human history. The AI era isn't coming, it's already here. So the only question left to ask is, where on that map are you going to be?